Whispers in the Dark. My name is Sam, and this is my tale. The night air was freezing cold, well below 25 degrees Fahrenheit. I sat in my home and heard the wind blow as it began a heavy snowfall. The trees strained under the wind, threatening to snap their limbs. The hour grew late as I was online, chatting with some friends. I heard a loud bang outside, and then my house grew black. Power was out. No lights or electricity. I assumed it was a transformer, so I called the electric company, but the operator was surprised and told me I was the first to call from my area. Strange. I lit candles and decided to check out the breaker box. It was then that I heard a noise, almost a whisper. I live alone, just me and my German Shepherd named Max. He was nowhere to be found, which was a little strange. I called for him and found him hiding in my bathroom. He refused to leave the room. It was then that I heard the noise again, coming from the hall. I grabbed the gun I keep by the bed and walked that way, one hand holding a candle, the other a 38 special. At the end of the hall was my basement door, the home of my breaker box. Outside the wind had stopped, and coldness began to creep inside. I swallowed hard and went to the basement door. I set the candle down and used the light from my phone as a guide. I opened the door and shined my light down the steps when I heard the whisper again. I called out, but only darkness answered me. The stairs creaked and moaned as I walked down them. Then I caught a shadow on my left. I saw what I could not believe, a door on my basement wall. This was never here before. My basement is completely empty. I aimed my gun at the door as I walked toward it. Then I heard that same whisper and Max barking. The noise came from behind the door. I yanked the door open and immediately regretted it. The coldness from inside was even colder than my yard outside. Max bolted past me, almost knocking me to the ground. In the darkness I saw eyes and teeth grinning back at me. I slammed the door shut and braced for what came. I had little time to brace though, as it slammed into the door. The door opened a little bit, and a clawed hand reached out. I shot it, while barely holding on to the door. A scream and then a howl answered my shot as a bleeding hand retreated. Feeling the danger was over, I knelt down beside Max to check him over. When I looked up, the door was gone, and then my lights came back on. A year after, I have never seen that door again, nor have I heard any more whispers. Now I have a roommate, and she gets along well with Max too. After that night, I did not want to be alone again. And yet, researching online, I still cannot find out what attacked me that night. But my gun is still by the bed. Thank you for listening to this. It is fictional. Just a little creepiness to keep you warm in your home tonight. If you enjoy this, check out my other videos. Just subscribe and click the notification bell. That way you know when I drop a new video. Comments are most welcomed, and feel free to like too. So until next week, beware of the Shadowland.